Hello there, people on the internet. Oh, this is ShadowGear685 here, doing a review of Dominion. So, I bet some of you are confused as to what's going on here. So, here's the story of Dominion. He's a mock that I made on a whim, and then the more I messed with him and the more I built him, I got really interested in him. And I think he was the catalyst of, like, this guy represents me as opposed to Shadow now. So technically, this guy is my self-mock. So why do I have a smaller version called Minion? Um, it's a reason where I think a smaller Toa-sized dude fits the character more. Like it fits the channel better. Like he can be put in stop motions or whatever. But he also has a power to just make himself grow and turn bigger and turn more powerful. No real reason yet. I want to make a reason for it. But basically, he can grow bigger and grow more powerful, and that's a thing that he can do. So Dominion was made first, and then Minion was made second. If I can just zoom out real quick here, ignore the white walls. That's fine. But if I just do a quick size comparison, that is the reason where, and if you can tell, the way the colors are spread out upon these two, I tried to mix the character more. Like where like the white is or the black is or like where the dragon heads are. I tried to mirror that from Dominion. Also, if you couldn't tell, that Minion is just shorter for Dominion, which is a much cooler sounding name than Minion. But yeah, here he is. So I'm gonna start from the ground up as I usually do, and then go along with this. So the original reason I made Dominion was because I bought these dragon heads. I thought they looked super cool, and I wanted to make a mock based around it. And hence why he's half red, half blue. I came up with a reason why that works for me personally in terms of a self mock. But the original reason was, hey, I'm gonna do this. I guess it's similar to how I built Shadow, where I'm like, I got black and yellow. Nightmares sound cool. Let's do that. And then I just formed it around as I went. The feet are these nice Lego wedge pieces or just cockpit pieces. I'm really not too sure. But if you can tell by the printing on them, they were from an old XO4 set. A name of the set I do not remember. But it was one of the good guy sets, obviously because it's white. And they're small feet. My original intention with making this guy, in terms of proportions, was to make it as human looking as possible. And make the proportions human. Um, so he's got tiny feet, and I could stand to make them bigger, but I like the way they look now. The only real awkward bit is the ankles, when you realize, like, you feel like the ball joint should be right here, right where that under that tooth is, but it's not. It's like right back there. And that's probably my fault, because these dragon heads should be a little more inward to the leg, but they're not. Um, Going to the back of it, because you obviously can tell what's on the front, um, a motif I actually didn't expand upon as I kept building them up, because I started with the legs first. I wanted to have white fangs going around the entire top of the mock. Like the entire back of the mock, just these white fang bits. And I never went through with that, but I kept it on the legs because I felt it worked for the dragon. But I think that looks kind of neato. Um, Going to the front of the leg. Also, this guy falls apart halfway through. That's something I'll be addressing later on, I guess. Um, Upper legs are simple. You can tell what they are. They are Robo Riders, um, body pieces here, keeping everything together. And then here is Robo Rider's head. But the legs, they're simple. I don't want to say it's my favorite part of the mock because it is not, but the legs work. So, the waist. Um, I think the waist in combination with the torso is my favorite part of the entire mock because so you see like good builders on the internet use this coil, like they use tubes and use pieces around the tubes to give it a nice subtle curve as opposed to like the generic blocky curve that Lego lift arms usually have, or just Lego Technic pieces. I guess I don't know. I guess you know what I'm talking about. Eh. But he's got a giant waist piece, and if I put the arms up real quick and give you a side view of what's going on here, um, it's a stocky guy. He's got really thin limbs, but he's got a stocky body. I guess it based it off of something. Some of you may know, I don't know. But yeah, that's that. It's this nice curve here. You can say he's got a big package, but that sounds kind of dumb because sexual themes and plastic Lego creations. Um, his butt is kind of plain. I could add stuff to the side of it. I may in the future. I'm not 100% sure. And then his abdomen's just a bunch of the Technic pieces. Those I don't know what they're called. I should know what they're called, but I don't. His chest is a white Takodoc's head. I don't know why I put it there. I put it there and thought, oh yeah, that looks cool. So I just built around using that head. There have been many different variations based around it. Like I used to have different slope pieces on the side and some bits towards his mouth. And it's like I like it, but there's some moments where like if Dominion ever looks down, he just sees this white face peer down and go, "Hey." But there's that. And in his back is the Black Phantom, little spider dude. There's a nice little back plate. I think I maybe in the future might replace this with that white shield piece that's on Minion, just to add a bit of consistency. So the arms. The arms are an interesting thing because these arms, I guess, were just first unveiled on YouTube. I guess, I don't know. Because an earlier version of this guy, which I'm going to put a picture up right now, he had smaller arms. Not too smaller. Basically, it was a point where the arms, instead of the palm ending up here near where this ball joint is, it went up here to where the top of the Roxy head was. And they were small looking arms, and I didn't mind it in the slightest, but the more I went along with it, I was kind of just like, meh, I probably should make these arms longer. And I figured since I was going to make the arms longer, I should make the shoulder pads bigger. And what better way to do it is to make a red and a blue Golly Nuva mask. And because, Minion's got the white one. So I thought it'd be a cool concept that when he grows bigger, his mask splits and then turns into shoulder pads. But they're not a big enough variation from the original arms. They're just a little bit longer and a little bit more fleshed out. The lower arms are the same. Like, this bit only changed. The only thing really different is I added the red foam piece and the blue foam piece on the tops of the arms here. But the upper arm is just a bit longer and a bit more filled in. So that's why the arms look a little bit better. He is a bit flimsy, though. I guess the more I want to work on Dominion, the more I want to make him sturdier. Last bit is the head, which I know is small. I know it's a small-looking head compared to the rest of the body. But I just like So there's those two compared. Ignoring the fact that Shadowgear's head is kind of tilted back. There we go. Shadowgear's a tad taller, but like their eyes kind of just match up. So that is a thing that's going on with these two. So, this is Shadowgear 635. I hope you all enjoyed the review and expect more to come. And I'll see you folks another time.